So this is the gas chamber that Eliot talks about. So he talks about these two things. So A, B were to react in the poet's mind and form the chemical C. So the shred of platinum is the mind of the poet. This is again a question: what does platinum represent? So it represents the mind of the poet. So they were to suppose to form C, but there is something else, something hidden over here in the mind of the poet or in his surroundings. So emotion is here, feeling is here, but there is something else also lurking, and that he calls as floating feeling. This floating feeling reacts with these two chemicals, and the poet wants to create something, but then something else is created. Sometimes you have read that the poet, the character, he escapes from the pages of the writer. I'll also post a link of a serial that was very popular in the 90s on Doordarshan called Phatichar. So after your exams, you can watch it. Pankaj Kapoor played the role. So I'll post that link also. And so this is what Eliot is talking about. Emotion, feeling, were to react in the mind of the poet and form C. But when we realize that the final product is not C, it is D, we come to think, what has caused this? And according to Eliot, this is this chemical or this thing which is called floating feeling. A little explanation of what is floating feeling. Floating feeling is something that has remained in your mind, of which you are not even aware of. For example, you think of you have a particular incident in your life and you've forgotten about it. But deep in your subconscious, in your unconscious, it has gone into your unconscious or subconscious, you're not aware of that. You are influenced by that particular feeling. For example, when you might have heard of this novel, very great novel, American novel, A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. So, Hemingway tries to write about the love affair between two people based on a particular incident in his life with a nurse, with a love affair that he had with a nurse, Agnes von Kurowski, during the Second World War. But then the heroine that he creates, she is a combination of not one woman, but a number of women that he has encountered in his life. He creates the shades of these women in his life. And where have all those women come from? They have come from this particular floating feeling or those impressions of women that are there in his mind that even Hemingway is not aware of. And that's why in Hemingway's novel, we call the heroine a compound heroine, a woman who is a combination of a number of women, compound women. So I think this makes it clear.